Welcome to the Bruce Williams channel. I'm excited about this video today. I have an upcoming watch release that I'd like to showcase, and this is from a brand that I don't get to feature as much as I would like. This is an uncommon Swiss brand called Brellum. The model is the Pandial Design DLC chronometer. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Brellum, they are a fully independent Swiss brand, and they are owned and operated by a fourth generation Swiss watchmaker named Sebastien Muller. Now, the cool thing about Brellum is the fact that they only make 299 watches every year, which is a very low number. And you consider mainstream brands, very well-known Swiss brands like Rolex, which creates upwards of 1 million watches on an annual basis, that's estimated, or a brand like Tudor, which is estimated to create 500,000 watches every year, or a brand like Zenith, which creates an estimated 40,000 watches every year. And that really puts 299 into perspective. These are very uncommon pieces. Now, all Brellum watches will be COSC certified. They will have fully decorated movements, and you will always be able to view the movement through a display case back. This specific Pandial Design DLC chronometer is a 33-piece limited edition, and you will note the number here, the individual number engraved on this DLC-coated skeletonized rotor. Now, the watch is a 43mm case size, and it is diamond-like carbon-coated throughout, so very difficult to scratch. And I like this stealth look, this blackout look. I think it's a good sporty feel, and it makes the watch look a little bit smaller visually, just in my own opinion. The deceptive thing about the dimensions here is the fact that the overall height is 15.9, which is not unheard of for an automatic chronograph with a Valjoux base movement. But that height is accentuated by the inclusion of dual box-shaped sapphire crystals. If you subtract the crystal height, the height of the watch is only 11.7. So you take that, you factor in the blackout look, and this actually wears quite a bit smaller than the nominal dimension would indicate. And I think it's a very comfortable fit. Again, like I mentioned, I like that stealthy look. This has nice presence in person. And for reference, my wrist is 7.25 inches in circumference. Now, I mentioned the dual box-shaped sapphire crystals. The cool thing is both crystals have inner applied anti-reflective coatings, so you can see the dial to a higher degree of clarity, but what I think is maybe even more exciting, you can see this movement to a higher degree of clarity. Now, this watch will ship with 2 straps. It will come with a DLC-coated 5-link bracelet and a Nebertech fitted hybrid strap, which I have here in front of the camera today. This has a ballistic nylon top and then a leather backing. Note the purling on this milled deployant clasp. I think that's a really nice detail that I wish more brands would do. That's just an added touch that I think classes it up a little bit. Now, this watch will have a COSC certified decorated Valjoux 7750 base movement with very sharp purling and striping, and I really enjoy the blued screws here. I mentioned this has a DLC coated rotor that is skeletonized. The movement beats at 4 Hertz. It carries 25 joules and will have 46 hours of power reserve. This is the tactile action. It's quite a quiet action with these pump style pushers. Yes, this is cam lever actuation, so not the most sophisticated movement, but it is a very tried, true, trusty type of caliber that is used by a lot of brands. Now, the dial is multi-level with faint concentric circle texturing in these sunken sub-registers. I like the applied markers. I really like the blackout day and day wheels at the 3 o'clock position. I don't think this watch would look as good if that was just basic white, so that's nice attention to detail. And this is the Lume shot. You'll note superluminova on the hands and markers, and then in natural light, if we go up close with an applied marker, you'll note a very small, thin black strip that looks like black paint, but that's actually black superluminova. So in a low light, you'll see a little bit extra lume trailing off of the top of those hour plops. So I like that myself. That's another cool little detail. The watch will have 100 meters of water resistance, so I would say this is safe for washing your hands, maybe running this under the tap, or getting caught in the rain. This is not the style of watch that I would take, scuba diving or snorkeling or anything like that. But I think the water resistance is definitely adequate for this style of piece. And now let's talk about the overall draw here. And I'll speak just from my own perspective. I think the great thing about this watch is just getting a highly limited, truly Swiss-made watch that has a higher quality versus the price ratio. I always think that Sebastien Muller packs in the value when it comes to the details, when it comes to the finishing, the original designs, the chronometer certified movements. I really think that he brings the value at the luxury price segment. And I also enjoy the blackout look. I think DLC is very difficult to scratch. The hardness value of this specific coating is 800 Vickers, which is much higher than 316L untreated stainless steel. Now, Brellum is a direct-to-consumer brand, so they don't sell to authorized dealers that mark them up and then sell to the consumer. That's one of the reasons why Brellum is able to keep that price from becoming inflated and allow the consumer to feel like they're getting that value punch. So again, releasing on October 21st, there are only 33 pieces that will be available. If you are interested, I would jump on that quickly. Just judging from previous releases, they sell out very quickly. The price will be 3,275 United States dollars or 2,990 pounds or 3,450 euro or 2,990 Swiss franc, depending on the area of the globe that you live. And all VAT, all shipping fees, everything is included in that price. Again, links below. Let me know if you have any specific questions. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch today, and I'll see you in the next video.